Lose yourself to find yourself, then we follow that direction. Catch this blessing in the Bible Belt. Pray through all transgressions. You can form Voltron, niggas still won't be that weapon. Put it down, let them know. Ain't no half-stepping partner. I'ma break them all proper. Money flipping is the mantra. In the belly of the wild things. Gotta eat with the monsters. Got me working, hands and feet hurting. Sweating in the fields as a servant. Trying to avoid the serpent, but I'm skipping every service. You want that forbidden fruit or your divine purpose? Don't be scared of the truth, that mean that freedom's coming next, and I'll be forever blessed until my last.
Searching for some peace, so we adapt to stay alive. I don't fear the words of man, I done seen the gods try. Look death right in the eye, I'll be damned I survived. I've been rolling down the river.
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Target Talk. As always, we are your hosts. I'm Justin. I got Mike.
What up?
And today in the studio, we got someone very special.
What it do, man? It's Jahn Dough, the Mighty Kingpin crew. Big ups to J.O. and Stay Bright, man. I appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you for coming through, man.
No, for surely.
And that intro song is Jahn Dough's off his new project coming out November 26th.
Yep, November 26th, A Sip of Tea, man, on all streaming platforms. We're excited. This is almost 2 years in the making, so I'm just happy to get it out to the people, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was opening sermon off of that. First track off of that
Yep.
Sip of Tea project.
Well, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just taking it day by day, man. You know, just enjoying it how it comes. That's all you can do with life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How y'all gentlemen doing?
Doing good, man.
Good.
Yeah, very good.
Work been pretty crazy, but other than that, I'm straight, man.
For sure. Well, we'll just go ahead and jump right into it, man.
All right.
How about you start off? Just tell us a little bit about yourself and the journey you've been on so far.
No, for sure, man. So I'm originally from California. I'm from a place called the IE. It's like the Inland Empire. It's like 30 miles east of LA. I moved out to Texas 2007. So literally half my life been in California, the other half been in Texas. So I feel like I got a good balance of both. I started rapping in high school when I moved out here. I've been writing since I was like 7 or 8, but you know, it was just kiddie raps. You know what I'm saying, for the most part. But I really started recording my junior year of high school. But I had to hide it low key because, you know, we moved out here for, you know, better living, better, you know, because 07 Dallas, let me back. 07 Dallas is a lot different than Dallas they see today. You know, and you guys know that to contest to that coming, you know, from the Midlow and Red Oak. So when I moved out here, my focus really was football. You know, like I came out here to play football pretty much, for lack of better words. But I was trying to sneak. I really want to do music, but my pops wasn't having that. You know what I'm saying? So I had to sneak rhyme. I never forget the summer of going to my senior year. First time I ever went to like a real studio. Before, you know, we record on a phone or a little. Back then we had actual recorder, you know, the little handheld recorders you try to do on them. I went to the studio. It was my homegirl Lauren's dad's studio. They had a studio in the back. What they did for a living, I have no idea, but they had a whole studio in the back. So we went there. Me and like 6 of the homies. We was just recording. I felt the rush of just like sitting in the studio, writing, rhyming. I was like, oh man, I really do enjoy it. It's not just a hobby. It's something I really want to do. Fast forward like a month later, my pops found out that I didn't go to practice. I was in the studio because, you know, we had off-season workouts in the summer and stuff. And I skipped off-season workout because the coach called him and said, hey, man, where's he at? Blah, 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 blah. When I told you that was can I cuss? Yeah, that was the ass shooting of my life that day. Like, and then I kind of had to put it to the side until after high school. Then I made a promise to my mom's, like, I would really, because I told her I want to do music. Like, I respect. I was the first male in my family to go to college. So, like, she was, like, really adamant. She went to college, but no male on my father's side went to college. And she was adamant about me going to college. So I said, all right, I'll go to college, but I still want to do music. And so we made a deal. It was like, if I graduate, then after that, you do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? That was the one, caveat to it. So I said, F it. I went to, I didn't go to college for football. I had scholarships for, like, smaller schools, but two things. One, I had too many concussions. I had 7 concussions that we know of, you know, and so that just was a no-go. I wanted to enjoy my life after high school football, you know what I'm saying? And second, I went to TWU on an academic scholarship, so there is no football team, so I can't walk on, not walk in, but at the same time, it's like, TWU, I really want to go to school like a UT or you know, maybe LSU, somewhere with a nice football program so you can have that college experience, you know, but TW was still cool. I love TW. Shout out to the pioneers. Whoop de whoop. Blah, blah, blah. And we had UNT in the same, town. So it was cool. I went through 4 years of Denton, got my degree, went to Oklahoma for a year to teach. A thing called Teach for America. It's like a cohort of like they recruit kids from college to go teach in like, schools who may not have the highest academic achievement, quote unquote, you know what I'm saying? Did that for a year, came back to Dallas. That's when I released my first EP. It's called 7203. It's only on SoundCloud, because I didn't know the business side of it. I didn't know about streaming. First of all, no one would listen to me back then. I was lucky to get 80 listens, and I was happy with that because I just love to create. I just love to make the music. I did that. The homie Patillo produced the whole tape. He's back and forth between here and LA. He's a producer. I did that. Then after that, I had a homie named Bando. Check him out, Bando. He's out of Arlington, but he's based in LA right now. He does a lot of music, behind the scenes, and do whoop-de-whoop, blah, 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 his own music as well. He kind of like set me like down, was like, yo, bro, if you really want to do this, you got to do it. So we were literally locked into one summer. He locked me in, like, we recorded in his closet. So, pause. So he got me we were in his closet, and we recorded every fucking day for a summer. And just so I can because I could always write, but my delivery wasn't good. And he said, it don't matter how well you write if people don't feel what you're saying or if you can't sound good doing it. So he really helped tone my delivery. And from there, he introduced me to other people like Super Miles, who produced that whole tape, Grammy-nominated producer, happens to be one of my close friends now. You know what I'm saying? And then that was 2016. Now we're in 2024. I dropped at least 5 projects since then. I got the chance to, I was blessed to open up for Nipsey. I opened up for Dave East a couple, once or twice. I've been all across the country sharing my music, my art. So to me, like, yeah, it's a grind. It's an independent grind. It's an underground grind. But I feel like I'm blessed just to be here because, again, I started late compared to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I didn't start really recording music. I was like 24. So it's like, all right, you want to get to the Grammys, you want to get to the billboards and whoop-de-whoop, blah, 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 but you got to hone your craft. So that's what my mindset been the past 4 or 5 years, just honing your craft. Because I feel like in hip hop, we put this weird like stigma of, oh, you're this age, you're done. But I think the last 4 or 5 years, I kind of turned that around. You know what I'm saying? From the Griseldas to the Freddie Gibbs to the, just different artists who, I don't know if you heard about him. His name is Ka. He was a rapper out in Brownsville in Brooklyn. Sadly, he passed like maybe a month ago, 3. But he was a firefighter for almost 20-something years, and then he didn't really blow to his late 40s, dang near early 50s. But that just shows the testament of hip hop. And so that's where I'm at. I'm really just trying to build that foundation. I'm not trying to race time no more because you ain't gonna win that race. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really just trying to build my craft, build what I'm doing, and then like just put the best art possibly I can. You know what I'm saying? While still paying bills. That goes. Yeah. So for sure. So, but that's pretty much like the story of how I got into it. Again, a Sip of Tea, I think it's my either 6th or 7th, like quote unquote project, but I've been dropping consistently, I would say since about 2016, since I got back from Oklahoma and teaching and stuff. And it's been a journey, bro. Like for sure, it's definitely been a journey.
That's what's up, man. Mm-hmm. Side note, what part of Oklahoma were you at?
OKC. I was right. Yeah, OKC. Yeah. The school I worked at was on the east side of OKC. It was called Kip Reach. It was an experience. Yeah, leave it at, it was definitely an experience, but shout out to them though.
Yeah, sure. I was born in OKC. That's what.
Oh, okay, bet. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, they told me I think it was a school called like Booker T or something like that. I forgot what his name. That might have been Tulsa. But there was a school on the east side.
Booker T's in Tulsa.
Yeah. There was a school on the east side. I worked there for like the summer. And they had like a big rivalry with another school. I'll be lying to you from here. It was like Mills or something. I don't know what it's called. But I know like they took that game serious. You know what I'm saying? They took their town took it serious. So shout out to Oklahoma. They treated me with love, open arms, and respect. So for sure. Yeah.
Well, for sure, man. I mean, it sounds like quite the journey so far.
Yeah.
How would you kind of explain your style to newer listeners or,
I would say that's a great question. My style is accompanied, again, because I spent half my life in the South, the other half in California. So I take a lot from both of them, I would say it's California funk with some Southern bass to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I would best describe it. I grew up on, like, just coming up on the Spice Ones. That's my cousin. So when in my car with my brother, that's all I heard was Spice One. Ice Cube. I think Ice Cube's first 3 albums are, like, impeccable. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a big influence for me. Of course, the Kendricks. Of course, the TDEs. Of course, the DJ Quicks. Of course, the Snoops, the Dre's. That's ingrained in me. The Too Shorts. You know what I'm saying? The Richie Riches of the world. You know, have you guys heard of a man named Cocaine? He I know it sounds crazy to say, but that's his artist name was Cocaine. And he's known for like hooks and things of that nature, and that's like ingrained in me. You know what I'm saying? And then I come down to the South. I came out here in 07. When I came in here in 07, y'all were doing the Dougie stuff. Yeah. So that wasn't naturally for me. I liked it. I respected it. I can jig if I need to, but like if I'm in a car, like I'm not really just listening to the jigging music. But what I am listening to, y'all had a group called DSR.
Oh yeah.
And I heard them. I was like, they had a song called "Did I Stud the Motherfucker?" I was like, oh, these dudes is hard. You know what I'm saying? And another song called "Throwbacks." I was like, oh yeah, this is hard. And then, but people really forget, like the West Coast and the South really have a connection. People like kind of overlook because a lot of West Coast artists or a lot of like Too Short moved to Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, in the early 90s. You know, like E40 was out in Atlanta doing his thing too. A lot of like Southern rappers like No Limit. It just slipped my mind. And they forgive me, Lord forgive me. Percy, you know what I'm saying? That's like Percy Miller, yeah. He went out to Oakland, you know, he was selling tapes out the trunk, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Yuckmouth from Oakland, he had to come down here to mess with who's the Don of Houston? The older cat. Excuse me, I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
Zero?
No. He didn't even rap. He's just a businessman. Like he's like,
you talking about Jay Prince?
Jay Prince, yeah. So he was working with them in his record. So there's a lot of connections. So sonically, I always love the Ghetto Boys. I love Outkast. I love Goody Mob. You know, I came down here when the first time I heard of Zero. I didn't know who Zero was. You know what I'm saying? Then I was like, oh, this dude, he can actually flow. You know, because people forget in 07, 06. 05, you know, when we were like 13, 14, 15, music was still very regional. You know what I'm saying? You had LimeWire, you could hear other stuff, but you were looking for what was playing around in your neighborhoods and in your area. So when I moved down here and I actually heard the Texas artists, first time I really heard a Lil Kiki whole tape was when I moved down here. You know, I knew who Kiki was. I wasn't oblivious to him, but again, I'm listening to people in California for the most part. At the further east I would go is probably Vegas. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like artists I'm listening to. So the rich culture of Texas is really like, especially with music, really like opened my eyes. The one group I always listened to my whole life though, like saying, was Ghetto Boys. Scarface, one of my favorite rappers of all time. Yeah. Just his storytelling, the way he invicts his emotion within his lyrics is something that not everybody can do. You know what I'm saying? So I always have respect for them. One of my favorite groups of all time as well is UGK. I didn't know until I moved out here that they weren't from Houston. They're from Port Arthur. You know what I'm saying? Who the hell knows that in IE? You know, because we always saw them with Houston artists or like, you know, but Pimp C, the way he played that organ, the way he made the beats is like, you could tell, oh, that dude was touched. You know what I'm saying? In a good way. So I always appreciated Southern music, especially when you go down to like Louisiana. You got, you know, New Orleans. You got Baton Rouge with Boosie and Webby, and, you know, Fox and all them. So I always just love the connection between the West and the South in regards to music, and I always try to like reflect that in my music. That was a long way to get there, what I was saying, but yeah. So I just love both coasts, man. And it is who I am. And shout out to the East Coast. I love the East Coast, but to me they have a little bias against the West and the South. But we'll get there when we get there, you know, for sure.
Man, yeah.
Yeah.
What's some of your favorite albums, man? So you got
we talking about hip hop or we talking about just in general?
Man, in general.
It sounds so cliche, but like the What's Going On album by Marvin Gaye is one of my favorite. Yeah. Let's see here. All Eyes on Me, of course. The Yellow album by Dom Kennedy. The Pilot Talks by Currency. I love that. Cushion Orange Juice. I know it was a mixtape, but he banged that whole like it's an album. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys heard of them. There's a group called Diggable Planets. They're from they had an album, Blowout. I believe Blowout Coma. I believe it was called. Beautiful music. You know what I'm saying? Those are some of my favorite albums. Curtis Mayfield, the Superfly album, the soundtrack for that. You know, Willie Hutch, the Mac. I love that album. Cause I like funk music. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of, you know, that type of music type stuff. It really, I don't know. Of course, James Brown got some classic cuts. Earth, Wind, and Fire got some classic cuts. I can talk about music all day, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like when you say my favorite album, it depends on how I'm feeling that day. I can go to jazz, blue, you know, Miles Davis, Boone Green, you know what I'm saying? That type of thing. Like, it really just depends where I'm at. Cannonball Adderley, you know, Muddy Waters, you know what I'm saying? It just depends on how I'm feeling that day. But, man, those are some of the favorite albums, top of my head, of course. The Chronic, you know, Doggy Style, you know, stuff like that, you know. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Definitely a lot of classics you just pulled.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh, and I can't leave without saying this. Of course, Kanye's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, but the Lupe, was it The Cool? I love that album.
Okay.
The coolest nigga. What? Like, I love, even though not everybody's favorite, I just love, Lupe is one of my favorite rappers. So,
I think The Cool's my favorite. I go back and forth between Food and Liquor.
Food and Liquor, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, The Cool. I've had that.
Because to me, it's just like he hit a certain level of masturbation when you get to the Cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I'm in this pocket, this is where I'm at. Fuck you if you ain't with me. You know what I'm saying? I just like that from a rapper. Like, just be you, be who you are in your art, and then the rest, if they follow, you follow. If they don't, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, for sure, yeah. Shout out to Lupe.
How'd you feel when Lasers dropped?
I respected it.
Okay.
Yeah, I respected it. I'm not going to sit here like, I love that. Uh-huh. I respected it. Because this is me being on my soapbox. Art is a very personal medium. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So for someone to go in the booth and try something that may not be conventional to what everybody expected or what they and they delivered, I can't do nothing but give kudos to that. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta love it, but I can respect it, and that's how I feel about Lasers for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Me personally, I hated it when it came out.
Yeah.
But now that I'm older,
right? Exactly.
I was young.
Right. Exactly.
I want the cool part too.
Cool. Right. Exactly. Right.
But now that I'm older, I've kind of had that same sense.
Right.
I get what he was doing. He was trying to switch it.
Yeah.
Up.
Exactly. Right.
The show goes on was good.
Right. For sure.
But yeah.
Yeah, man. So it's been 2 years since your last project.
Yeah, for sure.
Garden project.
Yeah.
Who was Jahn Dough then versus who you are now?
2 years ago, man, Jahn Dough, the Garden project, I was really, so you are every day, but I was really just trying to find myself. 2022, I just turned 30, so I'm like, damn, I'm 30. You know what I'm saying? Where's my penthouse at? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's that type of thing. So I was really just trying to like get over that hump of I kind of talked about earlier of not putting a timetable on success and not putting a timetable on what my future can look like at that time. So the Garden project was about growing myself. You know, literally the garden. You know, grow your own garden. You know, take care of your soil, and what it grows will be for you. So that's where I was at with that. Now I'm more like, all right, you know, Sip of Tea is really just I'm having a conversation. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I'm just literally talking to whoever's listening to me. It's like a confessional, for lack of better words. You know, I'm just getting stuff off my chest. Deal with my relationships, with my fiance, what's going on. Just early 30s, trying to make it, trying to get some comfortability. You know, because this ain't the 30s they talked about when I was 12, 13, 14. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know what the fuck happened in the last 15 years, bro. But this shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it is. Just being honest with myself, because I think that's sometimes the hardest thing to do is to really look in the mirror like, this is where I'm at, this is how I am. It's not the end of the story, but it's where I'm at. How can I build from it? And that's what the Sip of Tea is, just being honest, having real conversations with the listeners, and then you know where I'm at in life and where I'm trying to go, pretty much. So yeah, that'd be definitely the difference, for sure.
What were some of your inspirations into making the Sip of Tea album?
My inspirations, that's a great question. It's just life. My inspiration was life. It was because it's really where I'm at this moment. You know what I'm saying? Or the last 2 years since the Garden project dropped, should I say. My pops died since then. You know, in and out of just different dramas in between stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because for me, the Garden project was the last music my dad ever heard me actually spit. You know, and he was my biggest champion. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember, my mom supports me to no end. My brother supports me to no end. My fiance and my homies, all that. But it was just something different with Pops. You know, and just knowing that, damn, this is the first time I'm releasing music. Because I usually, you send to people, your loved ones, the music, because you want an honest critique. You know, you want a fresh ear on stuff. You know what I'm saying? So he'd be the first person I send every song, even if it was just a rough I made at the house. Dad, what you think of this? He didn't even like hip hop. He didn't like. He was a blues and jazz and oldies type dude, but he respected the art. You know what I'm saying, of the penmanship. So just knowing that, like, I was like, what inspired me was like, is this something that Pops will like? You know what I'm saying? Like, not trying to put myself in that box, but am I being true to myself? Because he always would say, you know, son, just keep going at it. You'll get to where you're trying to get to, but you just got to keep doing it. Got to sharpen that iron. You know, whoop-de-whoop, blase, blah. So that was the inspiration. Really, just keep going. Because there was a moment I was like, I never wanted to stop, but I was like, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I making the right moves to get to where I'm trying to get to? So the inspiration was just really just keep going and just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Just cause I feel like a lot of music that we hear, I hate to sound like an old man, but like, I feel like a lot of music that we hear is very here today, gone tomorrow. In the sense of like, it's a money grab. It's not a money grab for me. You know, like I really love making music. I've been making music, not making real money from it for the past almost 6-7 years now. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the goal is to make money. It's a business at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I feel like as a community, we lost the art form of it. You know, at least the mainstream. I can't talk about the underground. I can't talk about, you know, every individual artist who's going into the booth. But everything's like got to be raised to TikTok somehow. And nothing wrong with TikTok. Yeah. I love TikTok. You know what I'm saying? It's a great tool to get what you need to get to. But we shouldn't create music for TikTok. Yeah. Create music to create the music. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the formula is getting real effed up at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So I try my best to motivation and my inspiration is to stay true to who I am. And whoever likes it. Who doesn't, you know, more power to you. It wasn't meant for you type thing. You know what I'm saying? That's just life. Not everybody going to like what you put out there. But that's you know, that's I guess what's the word I'm looking for? Not the drawback, but you know, the risk of being an artist. You put yourself out there, you know what I'm saying? And you might you get some crazy shit in some comments sometimes, bro. Like, who the fuck are you talking to? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that type of thing. But at the same time, remember, it's just social media. Half these people are not even real in real life. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they got to say, it is what it is. I try my best to stay off social media, bro. This is just me putting my conspiracy hat on. I don't think we're meant to read that many people's thoughts at one time, bro. Yeah. That's just me. Yeah, like, I don't think I'm supposed to see someone from Zimbabwe's, if they're still a republic, excuse me if it's not, thoughts about American hip hop culture. It's just like, I don't think they want to hear me talk about something to deal with their culture or something they're not really in tune with. It's just something they see flying by. Oh, I don't want blah, 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 blah. I don't care about what a dude in the basement in Buffalo is talking about this artist when they didn't really give the music a chance. They just heard it through a 20-second clip. Oh, this shit's whack. Oh, it's like, how do you know? Yeah. And if you don't like it, why comment on it? You know what I'm saying? Why put your energy in it? And so I try my best to stay out of like social media and that thing, but you're an artist, so you got to be there type thing. So it's just one of those things, man. Yeah. But long story short, again, going back to it, that's my inspiration. Really, just like just being me. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest with myself and hoping there's a group of people who really appreciate that and enjoy the music, you know, for sure.
Is that difficult to be able to be like that honest and vulnerable?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Because, bro, people are mean. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people can be very mean. And not only that, again, I put 2 years into this. And not because like it was some grand scheme thing. Money. It costs money. I put hours and funds into making this project, from the beats to the mixing to the mastering to the videos to the, you know, I got a team. I got to support them. So if I do get a show, everybody gets broken off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not getting much from shows to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest with you. So if I'm being vulnerable, if I'm putting this much of my soul into this art, it is very hard to release that into the world. And either A, the world says, hey, I'm good on it, or B, what the F is this? But the people who do respond to it, who do say, hey, man, I love this, it makes it all worth it. You know what I'm saying? It makes it worth, okay, I can keep doing this. You know what I'm saying? It's a feeling I can't really explain. You know what I'm saying? Knowing you connect with someone on a different level. They never met you, never had a conversation with you, but they hit you in the DM, man. I heard so-and-so's song, man. This made me think of so-and-so. I appreciate you for making that song, man. I appreciate you for doing that. Keep going. That's really all I need. You know what I'm saying? And that's what kind of keeps me moving. I need the money, don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But like that, the small things is what keep it up. And being vulnerable, it's just me. That's how I express myself through art. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk much outside the booth. I'm kind of quiet, people will say. You know what I'm saying? You got to get to know me for me to talk. But it's like knowing that people can relate to me or they can like see me through my art it's a cool feeling, bro. Yeah. It really is, definitely.
Well, we've heard the album. We're fans of the album.
Appreciate it, man. I really do appreciate that. Thank you.
One song that stuck out to me in particular was the Winter's Angel track.
Mm-hmm.
That one hit.
Yeah. From the few people who've heard it, they get, what? was that about? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm just gonna be transparent. December 3rd, my brother's birthday. You know, let me flash back. My pops died October 13th, 2022. One of the hardest days of my fucking life. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was my road dog. That was my dude. You know what I'm saying? And to see someone you love and someone who was there for you your whole life, like slowly but surely lose that battle with cancer is a very humbling feeling. You know what I'm saying? I had kidney failure when I was in high school. So he was there with me. My mom was there with me. But I came back, I'm like, I'm there. And then I see him and I was like, he gonna get all right. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna be fine. And it just slowly got worse and worse. That happened October 13th. The next month, we get the news that me and my fiance, we're expecting a child. And we're like, oh, damn, this is like some divine intervention. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is supposed to happen. We're planning stuff. We're looking for cribs. We're, trying to send the doctor's appointments up, all that stuff. Then December 3rd, which is my brother's birthday, which is the same day I went to the hospital almost 12, 13 years beforehand with my kidney failure. Something was off. You could just feel it. Something was off, man. And then we went to the hospital, and then, long story short, we lost the baby. It's just so crazy that happened on the same day that I went to the hospital almost 12 years ago when my kidneys failed in the same exact hospital. I didn't know that till,
That's crazy.
Yeah, all that happened. And then, like, again, compound that with Pops dying, and I was like, I didn't know what to feel. Like, I didn't know if it was anger. I didn't know if it was depression. I didn't know if it was, I don't know what it was. And so that's how Winter Angel came across. Sadly, it's a true story. I wish it wasn't a true story, you know what I'm saying? And I had to get my fiance's permission to even write that, or put it out. I wrote it. I played it for her. I asked her, are you comfortable? Are you okay with me putting this on this? Because it's, it's a lot for her. You know what I'm saying? And she said, no, because she's an artist too. Shout out Honey Day, HoneyDaii. Check her music out. But like, she gave me permission, and I was like, I thanked her for it. I appreciate you for it. And then I was hoping someone can kind of like, I hope it touches somebody. And I'm glad you mentioned it. Like, I really am, because that was one of the hardest songs for me to write. You know what I'm saying? And I rewrote that song 8 times, because the first 2 or 3 versions, I was like, I can't say this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, not in this way, at least. So I fixed it up, and then we got Winter's Angel. And shout out to, my fiance, and shout out to Miles, and shout out to Donnie, and shout out to LaVoice. If you can't look her up too, she's an artist. She's from Dallas area. She's at LA. Grammy-nominated as well, writer, you know what I'm saying? And she kind of, I don't know if you hear the background vocals, that's LaVoice, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to LaVoice and whoever helped to make that, song come to life. That was a doozy, bro. that was definitely a doozy, for sure.
It was rough to listen to.
Yeah.
Because I've been through something similar.
Yeah.
We dealt with 2 miscarriages.
Yeah, man.
So like, when as soon as you said she felt the pain in the stomach,
yeah,
I don't know it exactly.
Yeah.
As soon as I was like, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, bro.
But I mean, it's real. And
yeah,
being able to put that out, man, that's special. Right
appreciate you, bro. Yeah. Definitely appreciate you, for sure.
Yeah, I can't remember my favorite song on there. I liked them all.
No, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah.
I did. Yeah. I think it all flows well together.
Right. Well. And that's one of the things I try my best when I create a project is make sure it makes sense, right. like track listing wise. You know what I'm saying? I try to tell a story throughout the project, and I'm hoping people get the story at the end. What sucks, and I can't say who, because there was supposed to be a big feature artist in the last song, but label stuff got in the way. It couldn't get cleared in time, Yeah. But if that, like, I swear, if that was there, like, it would have been like you know what I'm saying? But I still appreciate, him even doing the song with me, and just the tape for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I again, it was just a reflection of where I'm at. Where like I ain't got it, I dead ass don't got it. You know what I'm saying? Like I like it's tough out here financially, bro. And I work and I work full time, and it's not, and I don't spend my money on just crazy things, bro. Like I try my best to save money. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard. It's hard to save money right now. So it's just like, bro, I ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people think because you do a couple shows here and there, you sell merch. Oh yeah, Duffel got some pennies. Nah, bro, I got an IOU. That's what I got for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But nah, I do appreciate y'all for listening and really like taking it in for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
We appreciate you sharing it.
No, of course. Of course.
Glad we got a chance to listen to it. The album is about your life transitions and perseverance. What's one of the most defining transitions that you've experienced?
Getting engaged, because it went from being just about me to someone else is really like, I've dated plenty, you know, long and like, but that's different than engagement because our wedding is actually in March 6th. So I'm planning a wedding, dropping the album. We just bought a house, got a goddamn dog. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like all these stuff just going in it, but that just becoming one with somebody else is very new. Because again, I've had relationships before, but this is the first time it's been at this type of level. You know what I'm saying? I've never been engaged before. I never lived with someone else before. You know what I'm saying? I never made these. You realize it's a you got to sacrifice a lot of you for the greater good of us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm learning that, and I'm trying to, even to this day, balance that for real. Because before I had my own condo. I was, you know, and if I did have someone that is the homies living with me, now it's like a woman, you know what I'm saying, living with me. She has her own needs, her own wants, and I gotta like, okay, I can't play the game for 4 hours after work. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta, you know, spend time with, you know, my fiance and stuff like that. But it's been a beautiful journey, and I really do appreciate it. I appreciate her patience. She's been nothing but supportive. She's been nothing but caring and there for me, and just like, yeah, bro, it's just like I said, it's a new phase for me, and I'm excited to see where that goes. But that's the bigger transformation for sure. Yeah.
That's something I can relate with.
Yeah, okay.
I'm about to propose to my girl by the end of the year. So
Oh, congratulations,
we're kind
man.
of in the same situation, man, with all going on. So
yeah, exactly.
we're happy for you.
I appreciate that.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Appreciate that, bro.
congratulations.
Appreciate that, bro. Yeah.
And then me, I've been married for 5 years.
Oh, congratulations. How was the wedding process planning for you? Did you guys have a big wedding? Was it like
We didn't have a big wedding. We didn't have a ceremony. I mean, we ended up having a ceremony, but we didn't plan on having a ceremony.
Okay, yeah.
We mainly just wanted a reception. So once we found a place where we wanted to have it, it was pretty smooth.
Okay, cool. That's good. I'm glad it's smooth for you. All right, that's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. I can answer some more questions later.
Yeah, for sure.
But so you talked about not having a feature on there, but let's talk about the features you got on there.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, man. I got, of course, Honey Day. She's all throughout the project. If you hear like a lead, quote unquote, vocalist, it's her. That's the benefit of being engaged to a singer. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you could be in the house just writing or doing whatever, and you hear like a ha in the background. Like, I like that. It's that. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of thing. I got that. I have Billy White. He's out of West Dallas. You know what I'm saying? He's on Sadie Hawkins. He's the only other rapping verse on the tape is him. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Billy. I have Donnie Domino. He has background vocals. Again, LaVoice. She has background vocals. I'm going through the track through my head. I think for the most part, everybody's either entwining different songs, or that's pretty much all the features I have. You know, so I appreciate everybody's contributions and just their time. Because I am so sorry. And Lo is also on Sadie Hawkins. She's the female vocalist on the woman vocalist. Excuse me, on Sadie Hawkins. Super dope artist. You know, Lauren Cole. Check her out. LORENKOLE. Super dope. Dallas based as well. And I just thank everybody for just wanting to, because they don't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like I'm giving a big budget where they like, oh, I got to do this one. They really doing off the muscle and them enjoying my music. And so I'm always grateful for when I reach out to people that actually want to send me stuff back. And you know what I'm saying? It's because you get a lot of, yeah, bro, we can work. We can do this, blah, 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 blah. 6 months, you don't get nothing back in your email. You're like, God damn, bro, just say no. You know what I'm saying? Like, just say no. It's a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I do appreciate everybody, man. And it's dope to see what we came up with as a team, as a collective, for sure.
What's your collaborative process like? Are you making a song and thinking like, oh, Billy would be perfect for this, or are you?
Yes and no.
Okay.
It depends. Certain songs, yes. Certain songs, no. Certain songs, I could just be writing. I'll be like, I got 3 verses on here. Let me take this verse out. I need something in here. You know what I'm saying? That you might need a different perspective on the song. You might need a different voice, a different sound, a different cadence. You know what I'm saying? So and then I'm like, oh, okay. I like this artist. He makes this type of music, or she makes this type of music. Let's see if they can gel with it. Then I send it out to them. Sometimes you literally in the studio with them. You know what I'm saying? They just might come to a session, and then we're just cooking up, and it just comes organically. You know what I'm saying? But that's really for this tape, for the most part, I wrote this because again, it's more of an introspective project. I wrote a lot of it by myself. Then I would send it to Moody, my manager. I'll get, hey Moody, who do you feel like would be good on this? I'm hearing so and so. How do you feel about so and so? He'd be like, nah, bro, so and so. I'm like, all right, bet. And because I don't have an ego to the point where it has to be everything. I mean, it has to be my way, of course, but like it has to be like every single little detail my way. I just want the best music possible.
Yeah.
I want the best product possible. And if it's this way, I have no problem twisting it. Okay, let's go this way, let's go that way. You know what I'm saying? And I think that makes the best music because this is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. There's almost, 30, 40 people involved in that project. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just Kanye by himself in the dungeon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's how I think about music. It's like, yes, I want the project, I want the songs to have a certain XYZ to it, but I'm open to interpretation. I'm open to making the best music possible because that's what it's about. You know, it's not about my ego to an extent. It's about making the best music possible. You know what I'm saying? So that's how my collaboration really went for this project. I recorded everything, or I was process of recording song by song. Then if I feel like someone could do well on it, I'll send it out. If not, I just go to Honey Day. I need the vocals for it. Cool. And then that was it. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you mentioned this project is produced by
Super Miles. Yep. Shout out to Super Miles, man. He's based in LA. Again, he's from Arlington though. He went to Bowie. But he produced some songs off Garden Project and another tape I have. It's crazy. Another tape. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank right now, but because again, I see the cover in my head, I hear the songs, so like, damn, what did I call that? You know what I'm saying? So, but before anything, he's actually the homie. You know what I'm saying? So I kept hitting him up. I was like, hey, bro, you got anything in a vote for me? You got anything, you working on, blah, blah, blah. He's like, bro, if we're going to keep doing this, we might as well just let me produce the whole tape. He volunteered his skills. I'm like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? He sent me a pack where almost like 20, 30 beats, bro. And I just went through them. Like, I still got them, but those were the ones, like, I told him, because again, they were supposed to come out. This tape was supposed to come out like in 2022, like right after by early 2023, like right after the Garden Project. I was trying to do them back to back. Finances. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it didn't work that way. But he would just send me packs. He would send me 5 songs. He would send me 10 songs. He would send me that big pack I talked about with like 20, 30 on it. You send me another 5. And then like I would just go through them. I hear them. Because I recorded probably like 14, 15, 16 songs for this, but I just narrowed it down to like the story I wanted to tell through it type thing. But shout out to Super Miles, man. Again, Grammy-nominated winner who just happens to be my homie. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's just divine intervention. You know, like, and he really rocks with the music. You know, he really rocks with the creation of art. He's a mad genius, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, like, and I'm not saying that because he's the homie, but he's really like a mad genius. You can call this dude up at 2:30 in the morning. He's somewhere camped up in the studio with a little drink, doing what he been banging beats out for 6-7 hours. You know what I'm saying? Working with different people all across the world, literally. So it's just like to have him as the producer on this tape is like, again, it's a blessing, and I appreciate him more than words can explain. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So for surely.
Yeah. Well, how did you end up linking up with Super Miles?
Bando. Yeah, they both grew up together. So I told you the homie who had me in the closet rapping till I got the shit right. They grew up together, and so by proximity, for lack of better, I met Bando in Denton. He went to UNT. We went to LSU first, then UNT. I'm at TWU. My homie John, who does my covers, except for this last one, he does my covers. He did a cover for Bando. Bando came over to the apartment like, who the fuck is this nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, who is this dude in it? But we became really cool. Then 3, 4, 5 years later, he introduced me to Miles, because him and Miles were, obviously, they've been friends since they were like in junior high or 6th grade, something like that. And I met him through Bando, and then we just been locked in ever since. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Bando. Bando's like a secret guardian angel in this music thing for me, bro. Like, real talk. So that's the homie. Like, it's hard to find genuine people. Luckily, I knew them before I was cool with Bando before I became a rapper, per sense, you know what I'm saying? So we were just homies, but he didn't have to show love like that. You know what I'm saying? But he did. So always shout out to Bando, always shout out to Miles and Chris and Dalton. That's my Arlington crew. You know what I'm saying? I always make fun of Arlington, but like, them dudes are some of the most solid dudes I've ever met in my life. So shout out to them for sure. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's
up. So what's one of your favorite songs or a project you've done so far? I know you got a lot.
Yeah. So one of my favorite songs, well, favorites is an interesting word. I would say the one really like that kind of hit the light bulb for me. It's like, oh, I could probably do this. It's a song called Worldwide, and it's featuring La Voice, LV yet again. It came out, 2024? It was pre-COVID, so it had to be like 2018, 2019. Produced by Lone Star, another Grammy-nominated artist, you know what I'm saying, from Dallas. So it was off a tape called Calle Feliz, Happy Street. I grew up that was the name of my street I grew up in California. It's called Happy Street. Worldwide, and it was just more upbeat. I finally found my pocket in the delivery. You know what I'm saying with that tape and that time, and I was just like, yo, this song is actually pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Like, because as an artist, you're so critical of yourself on everything you do. Like, why did my voice sound like that on the hook? Let me do that over. Why that bar? They can't understand what I'm saying because I talk fast. I don't talk much, but I talk fast and I mumble. So it's like I had to learn to pronunciate my words and really get to it. And like Worldwide was that first, and that's the first song the city of Dallas, at least on our scene, was like, oh, Jahn Dough was actually pretty decent because I released a whole tape called My Afro Is My Halo. You know, I get kind of that reaction. But when that song Worldwide came out, they're like, oh, he might actually be doing something. Like, yeah, I told you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. So that's definitely one of my songs that stick out the most to me. That and another song, Match My Crazy, that came out on Obsidian. That was on my Obsidian, Match My Crazy. And it's just a funk. I love funk. So it was like a funk. So it was fun to do. If a song is fun for me to record and like I don't got to think about it too much, just go in the booth and just do what I do, it always sticks out. And it's a funk song. And the same Steve Hightower. Those are three. And Steve Hightower. Yeah. Did you guys watch the Steve Harvey show growing up?
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve, it's named after him, Steve Hightower. Yeah, it's like a funky, like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mecca. She's from Houston. She was on a lot of my early projects. She did the hook on that too. And Ant Midas, he's from Duncanville. He's out in LA with La Voice. They making beautiful music. So shout out to everybody, man, for sure.
Man. The Dallas music scene seems like really close knit with you, man.
No, for sure. And I appreciate them, bro, especially because, for lack of better words, bro, I'm an outsider. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really from here. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they opened me with open arms, but it didn't. I wasn't always like. It wasn't always so open, quote unquote. They want like Dallas. They want to see if you really about this, or if you just talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially the underground scene. They're like, are you really about what you're about? You know what I'm saying? So I in my opinion, I earned my bones within the scene because I would stay consistent. I'm never in no foolishness. Like, you never hear Jahn Dough and no beef. I'm like, first of all, I don't talk that much to begin and beef to begin. Secondly, that's a waste of energy for me. And like, where I'm from, beef is a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a real thing. And we're poets. What the fuck are we beefing about? Like, I love competition. I love going at it with people, like bar for bar. But like beefing, nah, I'm not with it. So I think hopefully that kind of brought people to me, like in the sense of like, oh, we can rock with John. We can rock with Doe. He's not really on that foolishness. You know what I'm saying? And so again, I appreciate that because they welcome me with open arms. Like I was raised here and I really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I came here at 16, 15, something like that. Then I went away and then came back, and it's still like I never left. So shout out to Dallas, man. Dallas is a beautiful place. Yeah. You know, y'all getting a little expensive and traffic's crazy, but you know, shout out to Dallas, bro. I fuck with it.
Speaking of the Dallas music scene, man, you got a show coming up this weekend.
Yes, man. Yeah, and Deep Ella, man. Yeah. Shout out to that, bro. Like that, it's a beautiful thing. Shout out to Rodney Blue. Rodney Blue hit me up and said, "Hey, man, are you interested?" And anytime I can get on stage, I'm trying to get there, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the only way you really going to naturally grow your fan base. You got to be in front of people, you know what I'm saying? So they, and I was in Deep Ellum, what's today, Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there Tuesday. We had like a little photo shoot. So I'm thinking it's just like the hip hop artists, like, because all I know is about like the part that we're doing. When I get there, but we have artists from all parts of the DFW, all genres, from reggaeton to like electric to rock to metal, whatever. And I was like, this Deep Ellum festival is going to be something crazy. You know what I'm saying? And everybody come out. It's Deep Ellum, the 23rd. Everybody be there. It's going to be a great vibe. If you like music, you're going to find something you like, regardless what genre it is or whatever. Please come out to that. You know what I'm saying? Again, shout out to Rodney Blue because he the one kind of connected the dots for me. You know what I'm saying? My boy PSO Kwame's on that thing. Kush is on that thing. Debbie Stones is on that thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of dope artists out there, and I can't wait for Dallas to showcase their talent and their skill because we got a lot of talent out here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got a lot of people who really got that go. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Billy, gonna be there. Billy's on the ticket as well. Man, I just can't wait for people to see it. You know, shout out to Rakim, he's on that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of dope artists, a lot of dope MCs, and I think people sleep on Dallas when it comes to like just the MC part. You know what I'm saying? With people don't realize there's a lot of different pockets of Dallas hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You got the trap, You got the new age, the younger ones coming up. You got the boom bap. You got the backpackers, whatever you want to call them. Like there's a lot of different like genres or different groups of that, and to see all of us flourish and see all of us like having the light on them is a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for it. I really can't, for sure.
What can people expect from a Jahn Dough set? What does that look like?
Energy. You know what I'm saying? Energy. Yeah, bro. I really do put pride into my performance because you took your time and money to come see me perform, and I want to make sure you get your money's worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to get as much crowd interaction as I possibly can. I try to make sure that I give you what you're looking for in a hip hop artist. I can't wait to, and again, I hate to bring this up all the time. I can't wait till like the budget gets right because I could really like put that, because set design. I think set design is key in live performances. Like really giving people a show. Like sadly I never went in person, but seeing like Kendrick like sets and seeing like Tyler the Creator set, I'll be like, this shit is art. You know what I'm saying? Like it's beautiful. Like Kanye when they were doing the Watch the Throne stuff and all that. Like I love live performances, you know, and I try to put my all into it. And that's what you really can get from me is everything I got. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything I got for that 15 to 30 minutes or whatever, how long the set is. And it's just a good time. You know, a good time. I'm going to interact with you. I'm going to talk with you. We're going to do what we do. Then I walk off stage, I'm going to disappear in the mist. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Might switch it up a little bit. I know you're a sports fan.
Absolutely.
You Saints, Lakers.
Yeah, Saints, Lakers, USC, Dodgers, and LA Kings if I watch hockey. Yeah, LA Kings, you know. I'm also a Raiders supporter. I know that sounds weird, but I support the Raiders. Okay. You know, hometown team. Because you think about it, Southern California back in the day, we didn't have the Rams. They were still in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? The Chargers, I mean, they were Southern California, but they're San Diego. They ain't room for them. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing that. So you were either a 49er fan or a Raider fan where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. My mom's a diehard 49er fan. My brother's a diehard Raider fan. I like the colors. The black and silver were always just a hard combination to me. You know what I'm saying? And they had Charles Woodson when I was a kid. I love Charles Woodson. He was that dude to me. And I was like, I'll support the Raiders. But I became a Saints fan because of Joe Horn, Aaron Brooks, Deuce McAllister. You know what I'm saying? Like Lewis, he was a punt returner. Like I don't know why, but I had no real connection to the Saints. Besides, my mom's from Louisiana, but she's from like northern Louisiana, so it doesn't really matter. But I just love the Saints. You know what I'm saying? I became a Saints fan, been a Saints fan since. I know we're a hot pile of dog, you know what, right now, but we'll get it together. We always do.
Listen, we're Cowboys fans, so
okay, yeah. So we're in the same boat. Yeah, we're in the same boat. Are y'all Mavs fans?
I am. Yes.
He's a Mavs fan. I'm a Lakers fan.
Okay, we're in the same boat. Yeah. Okay, yeah, good. We're there. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was mad y'all got Clay. I just felt like we needed one more shooter. You know, yeah.
It looked like we drafted one. Though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, with Luke. Yeah, what's his name? Luke. Yeah. I like him. Yeah, look, he had what? 8 threes, something like 7 threes, a couple 9 threes, something like that. Yeah. And I don't get about basketball is just because a dude is 21, 22 does not mean he's not draftable. You know what I'm saying? Because they try to get the one and dones or the people who like 18, 19, 20. You're the GM, you get paid to do that. I ain't saying how you do your job. I'm just saying thank you for letting him slide to what, 16, 17, whatever draft pick. Yes, like man, and then I remember reading like the draft stuff. They're like, "Oh, he's a little older," but I'm like, who cares? If he could put the ball in the hoop, bro, put him on some purple and gold. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So I do appreciate the Lakers. They do draft pretty decently. Yeah. You know, development's a different thing, but they do draft. Yeah. You know, they do draft pretty decently. So we'll see what happens this year, man. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
JJ's looking a lot better.
Because he's actually setting like plays, bro. Yeah. He's actually putting like stuff into motion, not just clapping his hands and saying, you know, go get it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like salute. Yeah, that kills me every time I see that clip, bro. And it's like I could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I could, but shout out to Darvin Ham. He did his best. I'll never throw salt on a professional what he's doing because I'm not there doing it, but. Yeah. I'm glad that we got JJ. I was just say that for right now. I'm glad that we got JJ for sure, man. So, what's your Cowboys? What y'all gonna do? Like, what?
We're tanking, bro.
Yeah, like, but
season,
even if y'all tank, I don't like this group of quarterbacks. I don't dislike them, but like, Cam Ward is cool. Shador is cool. The dude from Oregon, he's okay. So, and I know y'all not driving the quarterback. Y'all just paid Dak what? dumb bread, right?
It's like 60 million.
60 million a year, yeah. So you're not getting a quarterback.
You're not drafting a
Your
quarterback.
line is a little suspect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't get why the Jets signed Tyron Smith. I love Tyron Smith. If you're an SC alum, you know I'm an SC fan, but his best days were behind him. So I don't get that. But back on the Cowboys, you have no running game for real. No offense to any of the running backs. You need another wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? Your defense is okay, but they're a little soft up the middle. You know, no offense to grown ass men. Don't hit me up when you see me. I'm just saying, you know, just the stats wise. You know what I'm saying? Like you could run on the Cowboys right now. You know what I'm saying? The linebackers are a little. I knew Van Der Esch had the problems the last 3-4 years. I knew that was like, what are they gonna do with that? You know what I'm saying? I remember you had Roquan Smith for a little bit way back too. For that linebacker position, always been. You know what I'm saying? I love Micah. You get off the podcast sometimes, but I love Micah. You know what I'm saying? Who was your boy from Bama, the corner, the brother Diggs?
Trayvon?
Yeah,
Diggs,
Diggs.
yeah.
I don't know y'all coverages like that, but I just know like that one year he was that last year, 2 years ago. He really just stood out. Teams are figuring it out. I'll leave it at that. Teams are figuring out what works well for him and what doesn't. They're kind of picking at that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really don't know. I know I can't talk. I'm a Saints fan. We need a quarterback. Derek Carr, come on, bro. You got to go. It's funny because he went from the Raiders to the Saints. It's like I can't get rid of this dude, bro. Like everywhere I go, he's right there. So it's like we need Saints. We need a coach. We need a quarterback. I love Alvin. That's one of my favorite players. As a Saints fan, he's always one of my favorite players. Our defense is getting older, sadly. You know what I'm saying? We had a great defense the past 2 or 3 years. They're still decent, but just getting older. Like, you know, our D-line is getting a little older. Honey Badger is a little older. I didn't realize Honey Badger still, like, he still got that go on him, but, dude, he's like, he has to be at least, 33, 34, something like that. So, yeah, he's, in football, I mean, life-wise, he has plenty of time. Football-wise, the window's getting short, man. Yeah. And I don't give a damn. I just want someone to beat the Chiefs, bro.
Oh, yeah.
They can't go 3 in a row, bro. They can't go 3 in a row. No. As a Raiders supporter, I didn't like the Chiefs even besides the Raiders. Even when they had Alex Smith, Trent Green, what's the running back? I love Priest Holmes, though. Priest Holmes is one of my favorite running backs. But I never liked the Chiefs, never liked the Broncos. Chargers are irrelevant. Don't even care about the Chargers, you know what I'm saying? But the Chiefs can't three-peat, bro. But I don't see no one in the AFC beating them. I don't see the Ravens beating them. They choke. They have too many penalties. They choke themselves. Pittsburgh, they're too up and down. I don't trust Pittsburgh offense. The defense is legit. I don't trust their offense. I don't make that face. I don't. The Buffalo, I can't. I don't like Buffalo. I love Josh Allen. Great player. I love Josh Allen. Don't like Buffalo. I just don't see who can beat the Chiefs. Like, do y'all see anybody who's going to actually like stop the Chiefs in the playoff game?
I'm hoping for the Ravens, but
I mean, I hope for them, but it's like they got Lamar's number, bro.
Yeah,
and I love Lamar. He's one of my favorite players. But they have a spy. They tell their DNs, when you crash, don't crash down. Like, just like stay in that little box, like probably like a box team, you know, like keep him in there so he's not scrambling against the Chiefs. They got what's the D tackle Jones. They can't block him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Their corners could play one-on-one against the Ravens wide receivers. So it was like, and they tried to run the ball the first game. I know it's the first game of the season. I don't get the playoff game last year. They had like, 13 rushes in the AFC Championship game last year. You're a running team and start throwing the ball in the AFC Championship.
Yeah. That was a weird play.
That was weird, bro. Like y'all practice all week for that? I mean, y'all knew you were going to see them. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't get that formula, and that they have too many penalties. The Ravens, they overthink, and I don't know. I don't see nobody being the Chiefs. NFC, I don't trust the Eagles. I like Hurts, but I don't think he can. Saquon's going to beat you before Hurts beat you. That's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Especially if Brown is not out there. The 49ers, that's my mom's team. I love you, Mom, but they're today, you know, as of today, they're whatever. They got so many injuries anyway. They're not going to do nothing. Who's in the NFC North?
The Lions. What about the Lions?
They scare me.
Okay.
Motor City scare me. And just because they're so goddamn unpredictable. You don't know what you don't know what they're going to yeah. Like, he's going to bite your kneecap off for real, bro. Like, I don't, like, I like the Lions. I like their grind. Because I remember when he had his press conference and people were making fun of him, the whole bite the kneecap thing. Bro, 3-4 years later, he has the best team in the NFC. Yeah. And a lot of their talent is like grown from the draft. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, shout out to Goff, because I thought he was washed. But he's shutting me the hell up. You know what I'm saying? But the Lions, I just don't see them being the Chiefs that they make it to the Super Bowl, though. It's just something about Patrick Mahomes, bro. You know, it's like that dude is just different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's just nothing you can. Even he's having an off year, and they're still 9-1, 8-1, or something like that.
Yeah.
What? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it took a heroic run from Josh Allen the last game for them to seal the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what are you going to do when it's when you're in early January? It's about 14 degrees out there in Arrowhead, and you got to go through them to get to the Super Bowl. It's like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I like the Lions though. To answer your question, I don't know what they're going to look like outside in December though. Because they play their games in a dome, which they should. Michigan gets hella cold, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I thought my boy Caleb would do more. He's doing what he can with the team he has, and his team is good. The Bears actually have talent. It's just, I don't know what they're coaching. Again, I'm not a coach. I'm not trying to tell them how to do their job.
Right.
It's just like, you're not putting him in positions to win. Yeah. Roll him out. Get him moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, with second, third. Who shocked me, but I realized they didn't play nobody, is y'all rivals, the Commanders.
Oh.
Yeah, but have they actually been like a real team yet? I don't know. I just know they played the Ravens. They lost to them. They lost to they lost to someone this weekend too.
Yeah, they just lost.
Yeah, I forgot who.
I forgot who they played.
But it was a decent team though. Like, it's like every time
yeah.
they play a decent team, they get pushed back a little bit. So I don't know if it's like, and it's the Cliff Kingsbury effect. Cliff Kingsbury would do a great first 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks of the season, and the tail end he just starts going to shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was going back to when he was at Texas Tech. Remember, one year he started 7-1. They ended up 8-5. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, how you lose? But he does this almost even with Arizona, their first 2 years, they did really good at the beginning of the year. They doing, wookie plays and doing backflips with Kyler Murray. Shout out to Allen. And then by the second half of the season, they just fizzle out. So I wonder if that's going to happen again. Remember, he was at SC as a quarterback coach or OC last year. You know what I'm saying? And he helped Caleb a little bit. And same thing. Started out pretty good. Fizzled out. So I don't trust Washington. I don't.
Yeah.
I really don't. Not at all. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Definitely. I can talk about sports all day too, dog. Yeah. I can definitely talk about sports all
We're
day.
we're the same boat, man.
Yeah,
That's what
sure.
we do every week, pretty much.
Yeah. So are y'all Ranger fans? Y'all watch baseball?
A little bit.
I don't really watch baseball.
You know,
I'll go to a game, but
Oh yeah,
I'm not.
baseball is to be enjoyed in the stands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
oh,
like
absolutely.
unless you're watching playoff baseball, baseball is a very dull sport.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it
But
doesn't translate well on TV.
it does not at all. But when you go, it's like, oh, this is actually pretty good. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure.
I don't know what happened to the Rangers, man. After winning the World Series, we fell off.
Yeah,
Injuries, man.
Yeah, injuries and just timing.
Yeah.
Like, you weren't going to beat that guy live in New York anyway.
No.
Yeah, them dudes was knocking stuff out the park. I'm happy we beat them 4-1. Like, I thought I was going to go to 7, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, it just so happens they choked that with Game 5. They had 2 errors in the same. They were just supposed to go to Game 6. We weren't supposed to win that game, but fuck it. All right, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? As Ranger fans, how y'all feel about the Astros?
Oh, I don't like the Astros.
Oh, well, not fans, but supporter. That is DFW natives. Do you guys care about the Astros at all, or is this whatever? Because I can't stand them dudes.
I mean, no, we can't stand them around.
Yeah, I can't stand them dudes, bro. Like, and because I knew something was off in that whole series when they played us in the worst. I was like, bro, something something's off. And then that whole scandal came out. I was like, I fucking knew it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that type of thing. But I like Dusty Baker though. He got a ring. He's a former Dodger, way back in the day. So shout out to Dusty. But I'm not a big Texans fan either. Oh, I forgot to mention them. The Texans. Don't trust them.
You don't trust the
No.
No.
Yeah,
They're regressing.
yeah.
Especially the offense. The offense is regressing. No fault to anybody. It just happens. It's the NFL. It's the league. You know what I'm saying? They can win in their division because their division sucks. Excuse me. Their division's not that great. Who they got? Jacksonville, the Colts, and the Tennessee.
Yeah,
I think we can go sit up and do something with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they're going to win that division, but I don't see them getting past the second round. Past the first round, honestly. Depends who they match up with, but I don't see them getting past the first round at all.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be an interesting rest of the season.
Absolutely. Yeah. How you guys feel about who you guys feel in basketball? Like, let's take the West out, the East. Do you think Cleveland could really beat Boston in 7 games?
No.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
And we were saying that before, before the game, even before they played each other.
Yeah.
But
It's a matchup problem, bro. Boston got too many damn shooters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then Tatum, he has a vengeance this year, bro. He's going off on everybody. I'm not even mad he didn't play in the Olympics. I'm not Tatum, so it's easy for me to say. But it's like, just how the team was constructed and how FIBA rules are, like I could see why he didn't get much burn. You know what I'm saying? But they made a whole big deal about it, and then Jaylen Brown, Kimosabi self, is like just making these cryptic tweets and stuff. Like he has a beef with Nike. Like who the hell beefs with Nike? You know what I'm saying? Like besides Kanye, it's crazy to see. Like especially as an active athlete, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Beefing with one of the biggest brands in the world, not just sports, but like the world. Hey, bro, do what you do. You know, more power to you. Do you think he deserved that Finals MVP?
I think so.
You think so?
I think he earned it.
He played pretty well.
Yeah, he did. No, he did.
I think Jason Tatum wants it.
Yo, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think Jaylen Brown earned it.
Jason Tatum has an interesting summer, bro.
Yeah.
Like he won the ring, but he kind of got. But he was off that series, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like the finals, he was like, he's like almost 20-something% from the three or something like that. And then the Olympics thing, and then everybody saying like he had a very interesting summer. Yeah, but that's why he came back with Avengers. Should
have been a summer of like celebration.
Yeah, you would think, right? You would think he got a ring, got an Olympic gold medal, but everybody's still looking at you like, bro, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's an awkward spot to be, especially if you're the face of the franchise. You know what I'm saying? Because he is. I love Brown's game at least, but it's Tatum's team.
Yeah,
at least from the outside looking in, it's Tatum's team. I can't stand Al Horford. Never like Al Horford. Even when he was a Hawk, like nothing personal, Al. I just never something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know because I'm thinking about the Celtics team. And like I hate the Celtics.
What about Porzingis?
I'm glad he has a redemption arc.
Yeah,
Chris, I had no problem with me. He was never a Laker or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I think New York kind of did him not dirty, but it was just a weird separation. He came out with y'all for a little bit, right? Yeah. Then. Was he hurt with y'all still? Or?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like let's go way back to when we were in high school. Greg Oden. It's hard for me to fault a player for being hurt, especially if they don't want to. It just happens. Especially you're 6'9", 6'10", 6'11". Your human body's not supposed to be that tall, moving that fast, that agile. You know what I'm saying? So when they get hurt, I try to give them grace, but it's like same thing with PG. Who I really, and this is like to go back, I'm sorry, who I really feel like we have not seen even a tip of his potential is Zion, bro.
Oh, Zion.
I wish he could just stay healthy for like a full season.
Because
when he's healthy, oh my God, he's unstoppable. Yeah. What are you gonna do with him? You know what I'm saying? He's a bully down there, but he gets hurt, bro, and it's like, damn. Who's your favorite young player, like 22, 21 and younger, if you have one?
Mine is LaMelo.
He's a Ball family guy.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to the IE. They're from the IE. They're from Chino Hills. Yeah. They're from out there. Yeah, the IE, exactly. Yeah, so yeah, shout out to the Ball family. I have nothing but support and love for them. I like Paulo. What's his name? Paulo. He's one of my favorite players. Yeah, bro. And this comes because the only reason I even really knew how raw he was because of 2K. I use it because when I play 2K, I don't like playing online. When I play games, period, I don't like playing online. People take it too serious. I play the game to like get away from reality. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to argue with a 12-year-old from Wyoming, and that's not a good time to me. But I use the Magic for my I guess franchise, and I was like, oh, this Paulo dude is really good. And then I really started like watching the games, him and Jalen Suggs and them, and I'm like, oh, Anthony Black, he's from Duncanville. They have a point guard. Yeah, I was like, oh, these dudes is. I like Orlando. Yeah, because I really haven't heard much from Orlando, and this is aging myself since like Jameer Nelson and Dwight. And then JJ, you know, that whole run, Turkoglu, that whole run. But, like, seeing them now, I was like, I hope they do something. I don't see them getting past the Cavs or the Celtics. They can get past Miami if they see Miami. Who else is in the East that's dominant?
The East is
a little weird, right? Yeah,
it's really.
It's weird.
They're going to have.
It's top heavy. Yeah,
you have at least two teams with losing records in the playoffs. So.
Bro, that shit used to happen when we were kids. Bro. Like it'd be like 39 and 40 something. We're like, how the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? In the West, you could have 50 wins and still not make the playoffs. Like what is going on? But
plus they battling one win in between each
other. You know what I'm saying? Like it's wild, but I don't know. How y'all feel about the in-season tournament? Like I'm still trying to figure out like. I know it's a money grab. I know it's trying to get attention. To me, they should start the season with it. If you're gonna do it, like make it a spectacle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. Like I really don't like because the Lakers won and I was like, you know, the Lieutenant Dan GIF was at the celebration and Happy New Year. He just sitting there like this. That's how I felt when the Lakers won it because they had champagne and stuff. You're an athlete, do what you do. You're a professional, celebrate how you want to celebrate. But it's like they ain't gonna hang a banner for it. So it's
but they did.
They hung a banner for that?
They end up hanging it. But I think that was the Adam Silver call.
Yeah.
They took it back down or it's still up?
I don't know if it's still
I
up.
don't know.
They might have just
They hung a banner for that?
Yeah,
That's definitely Adam Silver. Like, he said, they don't.
He made that call. He
Yeah,
was take the shit.
Like Bus and Kobe rolling their graves, bro. I didn't know that. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't know that. Okay, that's what's up. But
Sorry to ruin it.
yeah, no facts. Yeah, but I love basketball. Like I was never good at it, but I love watching it. You know what I'm saying? But football's always been my main sport. Like one day when I'm done, like really like just retire, I'm a coach like little league football type thing. You know what I'm saying? Just to get back into it. I just love it. You know what I'm saying? You guys watch boxing?
I usually watch just the big fights.
The big fights?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, yeah. There's a dude from Grand Prairie named Virgil Ortiz. About 27, I think, 28. He's a 154. He fights at 154. He's gonna be something. So if you ever have a chance to look him up, because our last star was Earl. You know, I think he has one more fight coming up. But god dang, that Terrence Crawford fight, bro. That still hurt my soul. Yeah. Like that to this day. Like Earl was my favorite fighter, but anyway, yeah, bro. So
Terrence Crawford a little different.
No, he's big different. That dude is. But I like Terrence Crawford too. Like that's nothing. And let me know if I'm tripping. From music to sports to whatever, do you always feel like now it's like a line, like you got to support one thing and not the other? Like you can't be a fan of like both, like the Kendrick Drake thing. Yeah. Like I like both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I naturally react to Kendrick music more because one, I'm a homer. I'm from Southern California. Like I relate to it more. But bro, Take Care got me through college. You know what I'm saying? Nothing Was the Same was like, I really enjoy his music. Yeah. But it's like now every narrative online is like, oh, you got to choose. Oh, Kendrick's this, Drake is that. Like, bro, they had a battle. One won in some people's eyes, one lost in some people's eyes. Let's move on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it pushing, bro. You know what I'm saying? They both gonna give us art that we can enjoy for the rest of our lives. Stop putting both of them global artists into this pigeonhole box of what happened. What it was a 4-week span, I think, 3-week span, something like that. Yeah. Let it go, bro. Yeah. Like I'm tired of talking about that beef. Like, let it go. Like, I'm pretty sure they're both tired of talking about the beef too, or unless you're being paid for it. But besides that, just like. I just hate how everything's so extreme now. Yeah. Like there's no medium, and even to politics. I'm not gonna get to politics, but even politics is like, let's find some common ground. We ain't gotta like each other. We ain't gotta agree with everything. But it's like you can't call everybody this, that, or a third because we don't agree with a statement they said, bro. Yeah. But that's why I try my best to stay off social media because it's
you got to, bro.
Yeah, you have to.
Negativity.
It is, bro. And it's like, god damn, bro. I just want to like watch funny videos of dogs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I debating about my life? Like,
Twitter is the worst.
Twitter is the worst, bro. Like, it is the worst. Like, if it's not about negative drama or like softcore, you know what? It's like people not even interested in it, bro. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I know more about people I did not need to know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially about like celebrities, even local people in Dallas or local people like they may be like in Brooklyn or LA. They tell their whole life story on Twitter. And it's like, then someone from like their past come out, well, you didn't know he did this in 3rd grade. I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like, yeah, Twitter's interesting, bro. Yeah. Twitter's very interesting, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. You got anything, man?
Nah, man.
Well, I mean, back to your music, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we go back to it.
What message do you want listeners to take from your music?
Be you. You know what I'm saying? Like, life isn't perfect. Life gonna have imperfections. Life is not going to always be rainbows and sunshine. But if you can be comfortable when you lay your head on that pillow that you did what you could and you're living the best you, that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, because you can't please everybody and you're not going to what's the word I'm looking for? You're not going to, Rome wasn't built in a day. So you're not going to accomplish everything in that one day.
Right.
But if you're happy with the work you put in that day, go to sleep with a smile on your face. You know what I'm saying? And try your best to like do, of course, speaking to my music, try your best to like just find the bright spots. You know what I'm saying? Because just like we talk about with Twitter, like life can beat you down, bro. You know what I'm saying? Life can really like put you in a chokehold, but it's like there's also a beautiful part of life. You know what I'm saying? So just try your best to find that and really like lean into that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with acknowledging the X, Y's, and Z's, but the elemental P's is pretty good too. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what I want people to get with my music. You know, and just be you. Just be you, because that's all I can do. You know what I'm saying? I can't be no one else but myself. So for sure.
That's a real lyricist right there. The X, Y's, and Z's element. I might use that. I'll give you credit though.
No, appreciate it. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I mean, before we get out of here, I get just tell the people about the album one more time.
Yeah, man. Sip of Tea was 2 years in production, man. Shout out to Super Miles. Shout out to everybody who had a touch in it. Shout out to Donnie Domino who mixed it. Shout out to OZ who mastered it. Shout out to Doom who did the cover. Shout out to Moody, who's my manager. Shout out to Jalen. Everybody who had a part of this. Bryson, Zay. I got a team, man, and we really worked hard on this. And we really put a lot of sweat and tears and a lot of arguments, a lot of, battles to make sure we get the best product possible to the people. And I just really hope you enjoy it. Sit with it. That's all I ask you to do. Really listen from top to bottom. Sit with it, and if you can, let me know what it made you feel. What did you think? If it hopefully inspired you? If it did, how did it inspire you? You know what I'm saying? Because again, this album is a conversation. I'm just talking to you from my point of view, and that's really what it is. You know what I'm saying? From the first song to the last song. So I thank everybody who listened to 2 seconds to the whole album. I just appreciate your time. I appreciate your attention during that. It's only about 20-something minutes or 30-something minutes. So it's not gonna take too much time, y'all. Just tap into it. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate all the love and support for sure.
Really great project.
Yeah,
Can't wait till it's actually out so we can sit with it longer.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Definitely gonna be revisiting it. Give the people your socials.
Yeah, so JAHNDOUGH 7203 on all platforms, like everything from YouTube to X to IG to TikTok. That's it. Jahn Dough 7203, man. Tap in with me. I like to converse. I know I say I'm quiet, but when you get to talk to me, I will converse with you. So I ain't. So hit me up. We could talk about sports. We could talk about whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man of the people. That's the type stuff.
Yeah, for sure. So make sure to stream the new album coming November 26th, man. Jahn Dough, thank you so much for sitting down with us.
Thank y'all, man. I appreciate
time.
it. Appreciate it for sure.
Alrighty.